Hey, what's up? It's Andrew from Crown the Empire, and you're listening to Louder. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm here with Andy of Crown the Empire.
What up?
How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. First day, jet lag is good, but we're ripping right now.
Okay, and we can skip the question about how's the tour going. This is the first day.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. So we escaped that. But I want to know about previous tours. I've seen you on the Warp Tour, and I've seen the crazy astronauts that are on stage.
Yeah.
Have they made it to the UK as well?
You know what? We couldn't bring them, unfortunately.
Oh.
You know, when you're not a headliner, you don't have your own stage set up. You're very limited on what you can bring on a tour, especially overseas. But although I would be so down to have them out, we couldn't bring them this time.
And I've seen that one of the astronauts made its way to the video of Hologram.
Oh yeah. Well, it was like it was the that suit that we had to rent was that astronaut suit was like I think like $20,000 or something like that.
Serious? Just to rent it?
Oh, not just to rent it, but he was like, if you break this, this is how much you owe. So we figured out a way to, we smooshed the guy over to let us borrow it.
So what is the story with the astronauts in the videos and on stage?
With our kind of entire creative direction as a band, we started off as like, a very theatrical, cinematic, very, there was almost a narrative, story-driven sort of thing going on behind the band consistently. And so with the new album, with Retrograde, we decided to kind of change it up and have a new aesthetic, a new, and along with the new kind of music that we were kind of creating. So it all just kind of fit together. It's got this retro 60s, like introspective, psychedelic kind of vibe that we were going through when we made the album. And so it just kind of all fell into place.
So off topic, but I gotta ask. So you do believe that there was a moon landing in '69?
That you know what, we could go back and forth on so many different things. I don't know. That's the scary thing, is I have no idea.
So as you said, there were some changes. The first two albums were concept albums, and the last one, Retrograde, is not. Did you feel like you failed by not being able to continue the concept, or was it freedom finally?
It was a lot more freeing, for sure. We, it was fun at the time, writing about, fake stories or, a good guy, bad guy scenario, but the execution of, wanting to put out a full, get our ideas out there the best we could wasn't realistic with where we were as a band. And so, I feel like moving forward, it was just, it came naturally to just kind of write music that we enjoyed and could actually just get behind without putting ourselves in a specific kind of mindset beforehand. It's almost like acting or something, putting yourself into that place over and over. It's just it gets exhausting. So to kind of be liberated from it and just create for the sake of being creative again was fun.
So how did the band feel before the release, after losing one member and Dave started playing the guitar?
Yep.
And you kind of went back and forth with Screaming and Clean. So many changes, no more concept albums. I think you even ditched the suits on stage.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, the top hat for sure. I'm still wearing a suit, but it's just not burned. We ran over our suits with like cars and stuff, lit them on fire and stuff like that before.
So how do you feel when you released the album of this new idea, this new kind of theme behind the band?
We were all really, really excited about it. Getting behind something that felt different for us and felt fresh, and it was definitely a risk. Definitely felt like a risk that could have potentially sank our band, but we've never been cool with being really laid back, comfortable, and we noticed ourselves getting more complacent. So we were just like, why the heck? Caught myself. Why the heck are we doing? Why are we doing this if we're not taking the risks that we did when that even got us here? So there was obviously like a little bit of apprehension or uncertainty with putting out something new, but when it was all said and done, we had it in our hands. We're like, this is everything that we want it to be. So
I gotta be cheeky, and the name of the album is Retrograde, which means going backwards.
Right.
So if you're going forward and reinventing yourself, why is it named Going Backwards?
For us, it was about parallels between the past and future. You can't ignore the past altogether, and there's so many things that you can learn from, a lot of things that bands have done wrong, a lot of things that we could look at ourselves at how we started this band versus how we ended up 2 years, 3 years, 4 years into it versus the 6 that we're at now. And it ties along with the parallels that we had with the concept of the album. I mean, not the loose concept, it's not actual, but the fact that there are a lot of parallels between, the 60s politics, the social movements that are happening now are very similar to the things that have happened before. So, you can take a look at how those things turned out and, apply it to, a modern thing. It's the same social issues, but just brought into a different era. So that was kind of the idea behind it.
Well, another idea or theme that I picked up from the album, or maybe just you guys, is sarcasm. I've seen the video of you explaining every single track.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think I've learned anything from
No.
it.
Yeah.
And then I went over the lyrics of Lucky Us, and it felt, again, sarcastic.
Yeah.
So how do you channel all those sarcasm jokes into music, or just trying to be professional?
Right. Like we said, we wanted to speak with more of our own actual voices with this one, and it's just a thing that we do. It's just that we were always, there's so many things we wish we could outwardly say, but because of the the light that you're in, or the the amount of social media attention that you say something wrong and it's on the internet forever, there are a lot of things we wish we could say. So Lucky Us in particular was us being the most passive I almost said F you that we could make. But yeah, it's just who we are. We've always been sarcastic, just the easy way to get across your point without having to be like actually yelling at your friends. So,
and you've mentioned your online presence that cannot be removed.
Yep.
I've seen some videos of you celebrating your birthday.
Oh Christ! Yeah, that's.
Are you still that person? I know it's been 4 years ago.
Oh no, I'm 22.
Do you still need someone to pick you up when you're having a night out?
Yeah, that was last May. I'm 22 now, so I'm very much the same person. But I think that day was the hardest you can go, and we were actually coincidentally with the Mice and Men that on that tour too. They all came out and helped carry me back. Shout out to Aaron and Polly for saving my life that night.
So another question about things that changed. As I said, I've seen you on Warped,
right? And
you said you ditched the suits. Is it because of that just heavy heat that you cannot perform in those suits?
You know what? We tried, and it was miserable the year we did it. So we definitely kind of had to change it up for that tour. It gets miserable out there, and luckily our AC or bus didn't break down that time, but it has before, and you've never seen hell until you Nevada in the summer.
One final question. Can you comment on the effects of Pokemon Go on touring?
We luckily none of us got sucked into the trend there, but
just
on Warped Tour,
users.
On Warped Tour though, it was every day. You would just see guys out in a field or into the woods or walking through the venues, like ignoring fans to try and catch stuff. So it was pretty fun to see, but from an outside perspective, it's like, what the hell is going on here? So, yeah.
Okay, Andy, anything else you want to add to fans and listeners?
Come see us. We don't often get to visit the UK and Europe, but anybody who wants to come out and be a part of this new album, we're still, very much into it and still getting our vibe just the right way. So come be a part of it. We're having a good time.
Okay, and what should we expect from the band in the future? Now, Retrograde was just released.
Yep.
But any acoustic versions, any covers, DVDs?
You know what? We got a lot of ideas trying to, I was talking to one of my good friends about a short film, but just applying just a little bit more storyline stuff, but we've always been drawn to the cinematic, so to do it for fun, and to do it without having to ask the record label for a lot of money would be sick. But who knows? We got a lot of ideas though, so we'll see what happens.
So you're gonna go indie or?
Who knows? We'll see what's up.
Okay, so there are many things to expect from Crown the Empire. Thank you very much, Andy.
Thank you so much.